Welcome to Fine Living, presented by Jim Reif Builders on 1240 Radio WOMT.
And welcome back to Fine Living here on 1240 Radio WOMT. Good morning, my friend Jim.
Morning, Terry. How are you
Monday
today?
morning, I can't complain, can you?
No, life is good.
Well, there you go. Jim, today we're going to kind of focus on Jim Reif Builders and the design, build experience, and the process of what a consumer will have when they work with you.
Well, thank you, Terry. We one of the things I wanted to explain today is the fact that we do designing, in our office for projects. We design homes, we design renovation projects, additions, and we do that. We don't advertise that a lot. You hear some other places advertising on the radio and the newspaper, but we do that for our customers. So it's a design build experience because people typically would call us, walk through the process, what we can do for them, and we'll get to that in a minute, and then design a project and in most cases build it for them.
Okay.
And they love the process. We talk about budgets. So one of the key things we're going to talk about is what's your budget? What do you want to allocate towards this remodeling or new home?
And that is something that the consumer should have a rough idea in the beginning right away, correct? Although, what if they really just don't know?
And that's a good point, Terry. And that's tough, so that we'll walk them through the process. We're going to gather some information from them and say, what would you like to do in your addition, renovation, or even your new home? What kind of bells and whistles, we'll call it, what would you like in it? And then we'll sit down and kind of put some budget figures together, come back to the consumer and say, this is where we feel you're going to fall in. How does that look? Do you need to go to the, your bank or credit union now and talk with them? Talk with yourselves, and then the process just keeps moving. It's a great communication tool. It works really, really good for us, and people understand the process. Consumers like to be educated, and that's what we're really trying to do.
I was going to say, Jim, when you are working on a new construction or remodeling project, it is important that you explain in detail what's going on, so consumers kind of can feel at ease, shall we say.
Totally correct. We want them to feel at ease. And we want them to understand the process.
So what is the process?
So the process is, again, meeting, discussing the project, putting a budget together if need be, gathering information from them, whether it be photos they ripped out of magazines or something on House or Pinterest, things to that effect, getting their wishes and wants list. Our designers, myself and our designers, listen to what you have to say. It's your project. We want to give you what we can, provided it'll work with your budget on that.
And sometimes that's not always possible. What you want compared to what you have in the budget. So maybe that indoor swimming pool or that 5-car garage just really isn't going to be there.
That is correct, and that's the things we need to do. I always say to folks, hey, we're Americans and we like to dream. And there's nothing wrong with that. But unfortunately, at some point, we have to put reality to it. Whether you're buying a car or you're buying groceries.
Right.
Do you want to buy that tenderloin or are you going to buy that pork chop? What's your choice today?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and we like feedback. If you feel we're not explaining something, please let us know, because then we don't feel we're doing our job right. And that's ultimately, we're here to help you as a consumer.
Jim, a lot of great information here. You guys are the leader of design.
I feel we are. I don't go around boasting that, but we really try to work hard to help folks get through the process and get a good experience.
I was going to say, have a great positive experience, and hopefully they'll come back.
And you'll see that information on our website. You'll see some really neat things that you probably have never seen in our community because we've done it for people.
Where can they go?
Hey, look us up at jimreifbuilders.com. Lots of great photos. Check us out on Facebook. Some neat things we've been posting there, especially the last 6 months, some neat pictures of construction projects. And then please give us a call, 684-6899, see if we can help you out.
We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Terry.
Thanks for listening to Fine Living, presented by Jim Reif Builders, the leader in new construction and remodeling here on the Lakeshore. Let their vision enrich your lifestyle. Tune in again next week for another episode of Fine Living on 1240 Radio WOMT. To learn more, visit jimreifbuilders.com.